Remember, this is not medical advice. This is not financial advice. This is my personal experience. Hey guys, I have this urge, this feeling, this calling to make this video. The last video when I had this urge was very successful. So I want you to actually listen to me, okay? If you have ever been told, or you know anyone that has ever been told that they have a shopping addiction, or they are compulsive buyers or compulsive spending, or a hoarder, or something's just not, like, something's going on, like, are you sure, you know, why are you buying all this stuff? This video is for you, okay guys? Because I personally have this feeling that my channel promotes consumerism. Like, my channel promotes compulsive spending, even though we are only spending pennies. You know, we're spending pennies on the dollar. We're spending very, very little. That is just a gateway. You know, it's almost like a gateway drug into addiction. And I can tell you this because I've, like, experienced this personally. I feel like, and it's really hard to realize it. It's not something that you're just automatically gonna know. Your bank account will know, though. Okay, so, like, it's so hard for me to be on a budget and stay on a budget. But because I can justify so many different things. Like, oh, I need this. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need... Like, you just saw my videos from the clearance event. I spent almost $200 at 2 stores. Now, I did not buy, like, hundreds of items. I did not, like... The only thing I bought more than 2 of was that outdoor mosquito spray, okay? But I can tell you the truth right now. Like, Walgreens had, like, off. They had off for 97 cents or 67 cents one year. Last year, I think. I bought over 10 of them. I gave 2 away. I probably kept 8 to myself. They're like in a tote somewhere. I think in my laundry room, up on the top shelf where I can't reach. And we have not used them this summer. That is the core of my problem. Having the time to organize it. I mean, yes, we do awesome. We save so much money, but if we don't actually use it, we are taking it from other people. If we don't actually, you know, do anything with it, and then your husband ends up throwing it away because it's expired. Like, for instance, that pasta I bought at the clearance event. I bought this pasta stuff. It expires in 2 months, and I bought 7 of them. Even if I put it in the Airbnb, more than likely, they're not going to eat it. Like, every 3 guests may eat it. And I only have like 4 to 5 guests per month. So really, I should have only bought 2 or 3. My son ate it. He said it tastes yucky. And he said that in front of my husband. So my husband's not going to eat it now. So now I just have to go donate it. And that's fine if you go and donate stuff. But just keep in mind that I still spent the 69 cents on it, or whatever it was, per item. I still spent $100 at one store. Yes, everything was an additional 70% off. I may have saved 80 to 90% on all these items. But at the end of the day, if I never went to that store and I never bought that stuff, I would have been fine. That is my point. So, consumerism is like an addiction, like a shopping addiction, compulsive buying disorder, compulsive spending. So like all of these things are what we call, I was reading, I was Googling before this video so I could get some research and stuff. And I came across this website called addictionhelp.com, shopping addiction. And it says, just, you know, that's my source. It says, just as drugs, alcohol, stimulants, just as those things, the release of dopamine, a chemical that causes feelings of satisfaction, certain behaviors can be just as effective. When the desire to feel high becomes strong enough to become compulsive, the addiction loses control and seeks the activity despite any negative consequences. Okay, let me reread that. Just as drugs and alcohol, the release of dopamine, a chemical that causes feelings of satisfaction, certain behaviors such as shopping and getting all those awesome items can be just as effective. So shopping can be just as effective as drugs. When the desire to feel high becomes strong enough to become compulsive, the addiction loses control. So this website tells me that having a shopping addiction is no different than drugs and alcohol because they both release that dopamine. The dopamine of that instant gratification. That's what that tells me. So, when you're addicted to something, it could be anything. You have that dopamine release. It also says that it's essential to remember that a shopping addiction can be just as devastating as an addiction to substances. So these are things that we need to remember whenever it goes. Not all shopping addictions are materialistics or fixated status. Some addictions may focus on designer brands while others are more fixed on finding deals. So you can have a shopping addiction and it's just finding deals. That's right there in black and white. You can have a shopping addiction when you only find deals. So that makes me feel like, yeah, maybe it is, maybe I am addicted. Now, the whole, like, how does, this is another thing, how does the shopping addiction of finding deals and the consumerism of wanting to keep all of these items, I mean, you look behind me, this is all stuff I've gotten deal shopping. Like everything I have is all deal shopping. So I want to keep those because those are my baby trophies. You know what I mean? Like these are items that I won because I got the better deal. I won, I got the better deal. I need to keep these. It's a psychological, horrible process that just keeps going and going and going. You know what I mean? Like, what else do you do? Like, how else can you fight? This is the part of the video where you would probably get a sponsorship collaboration up in here where I would suggest calling blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't have any of that. So if I Google addicted to shopping, help is available, and there is an emotional and substance use support 24/7 service 988. I don't know if they charge you for that, but it also says it's a crisis hotline as well. So these are people just to talk to you. What I want to say is, you don't necessarily have to go to therapy. You just need to communicate. You need to talk to someone, because the more you talk about it, the more your brain registers what you're saying, and you're able to actually come to the realization on your own. Okay? That's why I'm doing this video. So I know that I overspend. I know that I get a lot of stuff. I know that I have hoarding tendencies. I know these things. I just have to have support in making sure it doesn't get out of control. So admitting it is number one. You have to admit it. You have to realize that maybe you don't spend too much money because you don't have too much money. Or maybe for your budget, you do spend too much money, if that makes sense. So admitting it is number one thing we need to do. Number two thing we need to do is create a budget. Realize that you need what you need, and then you want what you want. Even if it's in the moment, even if it's 90% off, even if you're gonna donate it. Your self-interest, your mental health comes above and beyond other people's needs. Because all reality, people don't need the crap that we get. Most of it. You know what I mean? Like, most of that stuff. You're going to need your gas money. You're going to need all these things to eat on, to pay rent, for energy, or whatever. Nothing is free in life. Not one thing. Even if you get it for a penny. Even if you use a coupon. Even if you use a coupon and get that item for free, it's still not free because it took your time, it took your gas, it took your sanity. Okay, guys? You have to remember that nothing is free. Even the fact that I create videos, even the fact that I create videos, I get paid from the videos, and I go shopping and I have all these items. I only paid a penny for them. It's still not free. None of it is. Because not only is it a nominal value, not only is it, it's putting stress on my marriage, on my, my life, everything. And you say, oh, it's not that hard to just get rid of everything. At the end of the day, it actually is, because I can't do it. I could pay someone to come in here and just box everything up, and then we could go put it into, a storage unit, and I would go and remove just the few things that I would want. But first you have to find someone that's willing to do it. It would have to be organized to where I can figure out where what I need is. Because at the end of the day, if you were to move somewhere and start all over, and you had the choice to go without or pay full price for something, we would go without and our lives would be better more than likely. So that's why I'm saying my channel, I feel like my channel promotes consumerism, and I would like to change that. I don't know how, when it's primarily only about shopping. So maybe I should do more donating, giving, more positive. Like, my channel is ultimately very positive. We're very upbeat. We try to do everything in a nice Christian family way. And that's, my goal in life. I try to make you laugh, even though, it may be rasp or a little ghetto or whatever you want to call it. But that's just who I am. That's where I came from. And it's my life. You know what I mean? So we're going to have to figure out how to make a budget, how to maintain that budget, how to fight the urge of keeping everything, fight the urge of spending too much money on everything, and keep your sanity. You know what I mean? I've started to choose not to go to Dollar General. When there is a run deal, when there is things going on out there, I've chose not to go and do a video on it because I have to take responsibility for my actions and my mental health. So whenever I tell you, when people tell you, oh, go get this toilet paper for 4 rolls for 25 cents or whatever that glitch was with the Charmin with the double packs. I chose not to go because I knew I was going to end up spending too much money. I was going to end up wasting too much gas running around looking for those double rolls whenever not all my stores have them and I didn't know which ones did. I chose not to do that deal. And that was like a mental, what is it called? Like when you, achievement. That was a mental achievement, okay? I mentally achieved not getting the toilet paper. Even though, listen, you say that's not a big deal. But even though I had just bought that specific toilet paper at a clearance event because the manager was doing an override, I got tons and tons and tons of those individual 2-pack wrapped at a clearance event. And we are almost out. And I put it in the Airbnb because it makes it seem nicer. It makes it seem like we are thebomb.com and we go above and beyond. You know what I mean? That is awesome customer service. It's awesome amenity type thing. It's extra. You know what I mean? And we like to be extra up in here. So I had a very, very, very legit reason to go out and get it. But for my mental health and for my family, I decided not to. There are deals that I was not going to do. So there was the Febreze, the double pack. You get 2 of them, use that BOGO and the coupon, and you pay very little. I was not going to do it. I waited almost an entire week. I was out there penny shopping and decided, hey, if I still got the coupons, I'll do it. And that's whenever I feel that it's actually considered God's will. If that makes sense. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If I'm out doing my normal everyday scheduled videos, then it's meant to be. You know what I mean? So I may not do run deals anymore. I may not do glitches anymore, but that's only for me and my sanity. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm dragging this video along, but I hope you get something out of this video. If you're one of those people that you think you're actually addicted to shopping, please comment down below. We can do group meetings. We can communicate and like help each other understand what's really going on in our psyche. What's really going on? That's what we need to figure out. Please let me know, did you actually watch this 30-minute video? Did you actually understand what I was trying to say? Did you come to any type of realization that you need to make a change? Because I'm constantly trying to change. It's just not happening. Because I'm so cavalier and like, I don't actually think before I do things. I mean, I think, but I don't think on a grander scale. I don't think, like, I've gotten really, really, really good at doing stuff of like toning it down. For instance, whenever I went on the clearance event, normally, if it was something like Legos, I would buy all the Legos. I didn't this time. I bought one of each. Okay. So, and the mosquito spray, I bought 2 of each. But in all reality, that mosquito spray, I could have only bought 1 of 1 and been done. And then like the razors and stuff, I have razors. You've seen me buy razors. Technically, I didn't actually need them. My husband does, but I could make him use the ones that we have, is what I'm trying to say. I spent an extra $4, maybe $6 on razors, even after the coupons and all that junk. My husband has no idea how much. This is another thing. My husband thinks everything I buy and bring home was a penny. He just assumes. So when he goes to clear stuff out or whatever, he'll throw away stuff that I spent $2, $3 on. And I'm like, no, this wasn't a penny. He doesn't care. Because he doesn't care about stuff. But yet for some reason, I have this emotional attachment to stuff. Like, really? Why does it matter? It's just a pack of air fresheners. But those pack of air fresheners are my magic reward because I scored big on these. I scored so big. I got them for only $1 and they're originally $9. You know what I mean? And I have this emotional attachment to these awesome air fresheners when all reality, they're just air fresheners. And I need to snap out of it. Like, I'm a very realistic person. I live in the real world where we have stresses. We have so many things going on in our life that, you know, I've told y'all I'm $400,000 in debt. I have a regular 9-to-5 job where I have I get a W-2, a regular job. And then I have the YouTube business where I get a 1099, and then we have the Airbnb. So I have 3 different jobs, not to mention 3 kids and a husband that, you know, is gone quite often because he has to drive so far for work. But I have a lot of things going on, and if you get stressed, if you get anxious, if you get, you know, stressed out, if you start lashing out because of the stress, don't feel like you can't go and get help. You know what I mean? Especially women at any age. We have hormonal things going on. You know what I mean? We have a lot of hormones that men don't have. And it fluctuates depending on what time of month it is. Even if you don't you know, menstruate anymore, whatever, you still have those hormones that constantly change, okay? So it's like there are medications out there that will help you increase your what is my medication increasing? My serotonin levels. So I wonder if there's any medications that will adjust your dopamine levels. I don't know. I need to Google. But anyways, so I just need y'all to understand that you're not the only ones out there that have these feelings, that have these attachment issues, that have these hoarding issues, that have these shopping issues. And I don't want my channel to push you further into your addiction or my addiction. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Remember, this is not medical advice. This is not financial advice. This is my personal experience and my personal feelings about the topic and what I have found out through my studies. Remember, always get professional help. Bye, guys.